Values in action.
Perseverance? It doesn't shout. It doesn't boast. It's the quiet force that keeps showing up, long after others have stopped.
It's what turns setbacks into stepping stones, doubts into determination, and effort into excellence.
It's what makes you get back up after a fall. Try again, again, and again.
We hear the word a lot, perseverance, but what does it actually look like? Not just in definitions, but in decisions, in actions, in lives. Today, on Values in Action, we meet two remarkable individuals who refuse to give up. One who was born blind but saw the world more clearly than most, and another whose journey from GIIS to SpaceX proves where perseverance and purpose can take you. Their journeys show us what perseverance truly means. Srikant Bolla was born in 1991 in a small village in Andhra Pradesh. Blind from birth, born into a family of farmers with barely enough to survive. Most people told him he wouldn't make it, shouldn't try. But Srikant had something stronger than sight. He had vision. When he was denied the chance to study science because of his disability, he didn't just protest, he went to court and he won.
I may not have eyes, but I have a vision.
He became the first visually impaired student in Andhra Pradesh to pursue science. As Srikant often says,
challenges are just opportunities in disguise.
And then he did the unthinkable. He got into MIT. Yes, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. He became the first blind student at the Sloan School of Management. And then he returned, not just with a degree, but with a purpose. In 2012, he co-funded Bollet Industries, a company that creates sustainable packaging and provides jobs to hundreds of people with disabilities. He also founded the Samanvai Center, a braille press and learning hub for children with multiple disabilities. As he put it,
the world looks at you and says, you can't do anything. I look back at the world and say, I can do anything.
His story has inspired thousands and even reached the silver screen with the 2024 Bollywood biopic. His impact touches everything from education to equality, SDGs and action. Srikant reminds us, obstacles don't block the path. Sometimes they are the path. Before all this, Srikant found inspiration in a towering figure of Indian science, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. He once said that reading about Dr. Kalam's journey from a small town to becoming the missile man of India and the president gave him hope. That story taught him that dreams aren't limited by circumstances, they're powered by purpose. And now, from rural Andhra Pradesh to the innovation hubs of MIT, we shift to another story of unshakable perseverance. A young girl who left home at 16, armed with a scholarship, a suitcase of dreams, and a mind bursting with curiosity. This is the journey of Kanika Gakhar, a GIIS scholar who turned equations into rockets and passion into purpose. Kanika Gakhar was just 16 when she received the Global Citizen Scholarship from Global Indian International School, Singapore. It was her ticket to a new world, from Bangalore to Singapore.
The IB education system was everything I dreamed of. It allowed me to explore wider prospects.
She thrived, combining art, science, and creativity in her learning. From designing hurricane models using calculus to linking Tom and Jerry to Newton's laws, Kanika saw connections everywhere.
My goal is to bring creative, interdisciplinary collaboration to every endeavor.
Her curiosity lifted her to the skies, quite literally. She studied aerospace engineering at Texas A&M and then completed her master's at MIT. She designed deployable solar panels for NASA, interned at Boeing, created propulsion systems at SpaceX, where she now works. But behind every invention, every award, is a story of relentless perseverance. From leading scouts on flood relief missions to launching Project Hub and the Fishing Rod Initiative, her journey was powered by purpose. As Kanika reflected,
Listening to stories of struggle and loss, I learned that nothing comes easy in life.
She believed every late night in the lab, every failed iteration was a step closer to success. It all began with a scholarship, a school, and a dream. Not all stories of perseverance begin on big stages. Some begin on scraps of paper written in cafes. JK Rowling, the author of Harry Potter, was rejected by 12 publishers before her book finally got a chance. At the time, she was going through deep personal struggles, but she didn't stop writing. And that's how Harry Potter, a character we all grew up with, was born. She once said,
"Rock bottom became the solid foundation on which I rebuilt my life."
Her story reminds us, perseverance can turn even the darkest chapters into magical beginnings. So, what does perseverance really look like? Sometimes it's an entrepreneur pushing through rejections. Sometimes it's an engineer rebuilding his aircraft. And sometimes it's you, trying again after a tough grade, turning up to practice after a loss, pushing through something that feels bigger than you. This month, think about one thing you almost gave up on and what it taught you when you did it. Because perseverance may not be loud, but it's powerful. Thanks for joining us on this episode. We'll see you next month with more stories that inspire us to live our values every day in every way.
Hi, everyone. It's me, Griffin. Welcome back, students. Hope you had a great break and are ready for an exciting term. This August, as we celebrate International Youth Day, let's remind ourselves, perseverance is the power that moves you forward, even when things get tough. It's not about never falling. It's about always getting back up. So take a deep breath and keep going. Because every step you take with determination brings you closer to who you're meant to become. See you next month.